Here is a short story about Prince Rafael, an actor in an Elizabethan theatre who discovers that laying down his mask does not destroy him. It reveals the self that no role could ever contain. To be or not to be. Prince Rafael stood behind a velvet curtain in the Grand Rose and Crown Theatre, dressed in silver boots, a feathered hat and a heavy crimson cape. Beyond the curtain, the audience waited for the final performance of Much Ado About Nothingness. Rafael had played the same prince for so many years that he no longer knew where the character ended, and he began. He carried the prince's memories, defended his reputation, feared ridicule, sought applause, and tried to please everyone in the theatre. His greatest line was written across the top of the script: to be or not to be. Rafael believed it meant he had to choose between preserving his personality and disappearing completely. "If I surrender this role," he whispered, "what will remain of me?" The stage manager, an old woman named Clarissa, stepped from the shadows. She carried no script and wore no costume. "You are afraid that love will ask you to sacrifice yourself," she said, "but love asks only that you release what was never truly you." Rafael gripped his cape. "Without my title, my history, my body, and my relationships, I will be nothing." Clarissa smiled. "You have mistaken the costume for the actor and the actor for the self." A bell rang. The curtain opened. Rafael walked onto a painted battlefield. Cardboard castles stood beneath a cloth moon. Wooden swords flashed as actors shouted accusations, defended grievances, and blamed one another for suffering. Rafael knew every line. Yet that night, he suddenly saw the scenery as scenery. The battlefield had no power to cause fear. The actor's anger could not make guilt true. The painted moon did not control anyone's destiny. Every conflict depended upon believing the play was real. A wounded soldier crawled toward Rafael and cried, "You have ruined my life." Rafael almost answered from the script. Instead, he paused. "Show me another way to see this," he prayed silently. The soldier's face softened. For one bright instant, Rafael saw no victim and no prince. He saw perfect equality, two innocent minds beneath invented roles. The audience became restless. "Say your line," someone shouted. Rafael looked down at the script. Every page was filled with judgments, bargains, sacrifices, romantic pursuits, heroic identities, and carefully protected secrets. The entire play was a quest for love in changing forms. He slowly ripped the script in half. The other actors gasped. "You will destroy the story," cried the Queen. "No," Rafael said, "I am questioning it." He turned toward the audience. "I have searched for a better half, begged for validation, hidden private thoughts, and tried to make false appearances true. I believed that surrendering my character would cost me everything, but sacrifice is only the belief that something real can be lost." A trapdoor opened beneath him, but Rafael did not fall. He stepped around it. The painted battlefield began to wobble. One actor removed his crown. Another lowered her sword. The wounded soldier stood up and brushed dust from his costume. Rafael continued, "We have mistaken images for causes. We have searched the stage for happiness, blamed the scenery for pain, and called our interpretations reality. Yet no situation has taken our peace. Only the thoughts we chose to believe have hidden it." The theatre grew silent. Clarissa appeared at the edge of the stage. "Quest eye on everything," she said. Rafael removed his feathered hat. "Am I this title?" He placed it on the floor. "Am I this body?" He removed the crimson cape. "Am I my past, my reputation, my relationships, or the applause of this crowd?" He laid down the wooden sword. With every question, the stage seemed less solid. The castle walls folded inward. The cloth moon dropped gently to the floor. The battlefield disappeared behind bare wooden boards. Rafael stood without costume or script. For a moment, terror rose within him. The ego screamed that he was losing himself. Then a quiet certainty answered, "I remain as God created me." Warm light filled the theatre, not from the candles, but from everywhere. Rafael understood that awakening was not the death of his self. It was the end of pretending to be separate. He had not been asked to give up anything valuable. He had been invited to release fear, guilt, specialness, and the exhausting performance of being someone apart from love. The actors stepped forward and joined hands. No one stood ahead or behind. There were no stars, servants, heroes, or villains, only equals in the same light. Rafael looked at the torn script and laughed. "Much Ado About Nothing," he said. The audience laughed with him, not because the truth was trivial, but because the riddle had never needed to be solved. The answer was not hidden in the play. It waited beyond the play, quietly present before the first curtain rose. Raphael faced the light. "To be or not to be is not the question," he said. "The only meaningful choice is whether I will accept myself as love created me or continue defending a role that was never real." The curtain began to close. Before it did, Raphael spoke one final prayer. "I want to know you, God. Show me the simple truth. I am willing to see what I denied because it is true." The curtain fell, but the light remained. May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.